The Clone Trooper 442nd Siege Battalion is ready in their trenches, trying to deflect an oncoming droid army. The droids are preparing a full-scale invasion of Ryloth. They have a magnificent force in the front, with ships, tri-droids, AATs, MTTs, a whole fleet. They have also landed a secret commando force at the top of a plateau, ready to snipe clones from above. But the clone forces have strict defenses. 2 walls barricading between the plateaus. On top of that, they also have an AAT hangar bay at the very end for a last stand defense if necessary. It's going to be a long battle for the droids and the clones alike, but only one victor can come out on top. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what planet should we invade next. Either way, let's get right on into this thing. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alrighty then, boys. Let's go ahead and press start right here and kickstart the Battle Droid full-scale invasion of Ryloth here. Clones starting off very strong with some big rocket shots to the HMPs up top. Also, some droid B2 battle droids getting popped early on right there. HMPs begin to move out and fire some rockets out as well, although they're kind of hitting absolutely nothing right now. I'm not sure how effective that's going to end up being in the long run for the droid HMPs. More droid rockets striking against the trench lines over here as well, blowing up the EWEB turret right there very quickly. B2 battle droids also moving in. Droid infantry beginning to deploy. I'm sure they're also exiting out of the MTT right there. Yes, indeed they are. AATs trying to get some good shots off. Dwarf Spiders also firing away. Oh, we got another round of rockets from this HMP over here, and that one is going to be absolutely devastating, destroying much of the remainder of this trench line right here. There's still a few clones left alive, and they're going to pop up there to try and fire out. The HMP on the right side over here has lost its thrust. That's something that happens after it gets hit by too many bazookas, but it is technically still alive and able to fire its guns, but it looks like, yeah, that rocket's gonna do her in right there. This one is pushing farther forward though now at this point, getting some sniper shots in at this far right trench over here. It is flaming, so probably 1 or 2 more rocket shots will lose its thrust, and then, oh, okay, she's going down. She's in the trenches now. Still alive though, just lost its thrust. It's still firing away. I believe it can regain it if it just chills for a little bit of time. I've seen that happen before in the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, but for now it's just chilling right there and getting some shots off at the trench line. It's missing most of its shots, but hey, at least it's trying. It's still doing something. One more clone rocket and that thing is probably dead. Nope, it just got hit by a clone rocket and is still alive, so I stand corrected, but probably a couple more and she is going to be going down. Tri-droids though pushing forward along with B2s. It actually knocks over a B2 right there. It's pretty much a death sentence for a B2, so she's probably gone. This AAT seems to be focusing on the right side instead of the clones immediately to its left, and it ends up getting popped as a result right there. This one also moving towards the right. Seems like the droids are highly favoring the right side of the battlefield right now. Even though the left is just getting free shots into them. At least a few B1 battle droids seem to be going for this far left trench over this way, but really they could be focusing a lot more of their force towards it. Rocket misses the AAT, ends up hitting some infantry right now, so that is definitely rough right there. Tri-droid in the middle exploding along with the HMP. Actually, no. Tri-droid is still alive. I think that was a B2 underneath the Tri-droid that was exploding right there. Dwarf Spider pushing up though, and good infantry support as well. So hopefully those clones stay suppressed while the Dwarf Spider droid pushes forward and the infantry spam suppression. That's a really nice, like, sort of run and gun style of combat that we're seeing right there. Tri-droid getting hit by more rocket shots right now. It seems to be kind of stuck. It's also on fire now, so probably 1 or 2 more shots and that thing is dead. big whiff of a shot right there. Ends up going into the mountain walls to the side. We got grenades going into the trench. Was there still a clone left alive in there for a while? That's crazy. All right, AAT trying to push around this way. Oh, there's still a clone right there. I think it's distracting the AAT right now, which is definitely not a good thing. Oh, Droid in the back there. Ends up exploding. Someone's got to kill this guy. Oh, and this guy here. Yeah, it's distracting the droids. AAT over here ends up getting popped. This Droid's moving around this way. Potentially could get some good snipe shots down there. It's basically just built-in high ground with those tanks. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Droids pushing forward nicely over here, but getting hammered by some rocket fire from the clones. Actually, how are the commandos doing up here? They're pretty much bunched up over this way. These guys might get some fire out on these clones over here. I'm not sure if they've really done anything in this battle as of yet. Oh, there's a few over here. In fact, a couple have died over here. So these ones over here might have been getting some kills. Potentially, or at least firing for them to be noticed by the clone troopers. So that's good. They are taking some more shots, though, and ends up going down right there. You could just grenade these guys down here. Just plop a little granata and get some kills, but they don't seem to be wanting to do that. Oh, this guy's getting some fire out. Nice. There you go. All right. Commandos have not been the best as of yet, but they've got potential. I see the potential in them. At the very least, they're distracting a lot of these clones while their droid infantry pushes the main front line over this way. So at least that's something, you know? We've also still got 2 AATs left alive. They could come forward later, but I think right now they're somewhat stuck. Lots of droid infantry pushing the far right side over here. They're all just sort of chilling here, trying to get some fire out. Oh yeah, the commando droids up here are actually firing and distracting some clones, so that is definitely worth it to have those commandos up there. Things are going a little slow right now. Nothing too crazy happening. Oh, finally they kill that clone trooper. Took you long enough, jeez. All right, why don't we go ahead and time-lapse over here for a little bit as the droids continue to pressure the clones over here. All right, the battle droids are continuing the pressure over this way. The left side is a lot less heated. It's a lot more chill over here. It seems like the commandos have just better angles over here. It does mean more commandos are going down over this way, but at the same time, they are getting that nice fire behind the lines of the clones, taking out an E-Web turret even. So if I were the droids, I would push my main force this way instead of the other avenue. That would make a lot more sense to me because this has such a better angle for these commandos to assist, but they're pushing most of their commandos and most of their main force down this avenue instead. So again, I don't really think that is the best of ideas, but it's what they're doing, and you know, you got to give it to them. They're doing it with some gusto. They're giving it the old college try at the very least. And droids over here are more spread out, even though they're lesser in numbers. I think their strategy over here is working a little bit better. And on top of that, they do have those commandos distracting a number of the clone troopers on the ground, which is really, really nice. Good rocket fire going out, striking some of these trenches, suppressing clone troopers left and right. There is a little bit of E-Web turret fire from the clones. That ends that really quickly right there. Okay, I think that's enough E-Web turrets for now, is what the droids are saying. They're done with that shenanigan. Yeah, that tri-droid is really beating up this clone trooper line over here. It's good to have one tri-droid still alive. Droids over here finally getting to this trench system, and they'll have a little bit of cover when facing this E-Web turret over here, although they already killed the E-Web turret gunner and destroyed the E-Web, so really it's just clone trooper infantry over here, and they are so much more blobbed up over here. Clone rockets could absolutely decimate droid lines in this direction if they were so inclined, or, you know, had bazooka troopers. I know there are some on the wall, and there's probably some back there still, but right now it seems like none are firing at these droids, so there's probably none alive within this immediate vicinity. Yeah, I mean, droids just sort of making their way towards the walls currently. That's the going plan, it seems, at this point. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse this left side now for a little bit while the droids push forward. All right, the left side over here, slow-moving progress, but they are making it happen. They're bit by bit taking out the straggling clone troopers. Not too big of a deal. Right side, still definitely a lot tougher, but there's more droids over here, so obviously their spam fire is absolutely magnificent. They are destroying many a clone trooper over here, and we've still got this whole barricade ready for the droids, and those wall defenses can be tough. Still got a lot of commandos up here, but currently they're really not helping at all. They just need to migrate this way, but the droids are kind of dumb. Just bots in general in Men of War. Little bit stupid. There's only like 4 or 5 commandos over this way left alive. They could easily just come over here, plop grenade, easy peasy. That's how I would do it, but it's up to the AI to really, you know, figure that out going forward. We got droids pushing up this way. We might start seeing the first of the wall fire coming in. Let's actually go ahead and boost it up to 2 speed now as more and more droids come in. I think, yeah, the lag shouldn't be too bad, and it seems actually pretty good. Yeah, droids pushing in, killing clone troopers. The wall should start to fire, I think. They'll be in range fairly soon, at least the DC-15X snipers. Actually, we have a grenade going out over this way, taking out that clone trooper, easy peasy. Really nice grenade from the droids. The clone didn't even notice that the grenade was launched. These clone barricades over here getting some nice fire out at the droids, but the wall does remain silent, so it clearly is not in range just yet. We've also got these guys who are like hugging this wall over here. This could be a really nice section for these clones to get a few kills. Again, this is a bit more of a war of attrition, so they do want to get kills as the battle goes on. Each clone doesn't need to get like 10 kills, but if they get 1 or 2 kills per clone in each section of the battlefield, the droid lines will eventually wither away to the point where the back lines have an easier job of defending a lesser force. It does seem like a number of droids are going down over this way as they enter into this little like pillboxy type structure thing. Droids are going to have nice cover over here to utilize that the clones have kindly set up for them, which will be really, really nice. And yep, there we go. Some of the clone troopers on top of the wall there begin to fire. Again, if those bazookas start rounding off fire into these droids, it could spell some really bad trouble for the CIS because they are so clumped up over here. They're not taking spacing seriously at all, and you can see that's a Z6 rotary cannon, I believe, firing from the wall, and it can just spam fire and get hit after hit after hit because the droids are so clustered together that you don't have to be accurate at all. You can just spam fire out there. But, I mean, the droids do get really good concentrated fire, which makes suppressing and killing clones a lot easier. Really nice grenade right there. Blows up that clone trooper. The other 2 clone troopers on the wall over here, again, suppressed because of that sheer amount of firepower going out. Let's check in on this side of the battlefield. Dwarf Spider is coming forward over here. Looks like they are taking on the wall a little bit right now. Dwarf Spider could be decently helpful, although it's walking into the the canyon wall right there. And, oh, big rocket shot. Actually doesn't get any kills, strangely enough. Okay. That one misses, but does get a kill. Strange. Again, far less droids over here, and they're not even spacing out well anymore. They previously were attacking really, really nicely and very spaced out, but now they're not. Oh, these commandos are finally coming over this way. So they could grenade over here or just get shots in general out against the clone trooper walls and stuff like that. But for now, it seems like nothing's really happening. MTT has come forward. That thing could also get some shots off, which would be interesting to see. Why don't we go ahead and watch as the clone wall here activates its defense and starts fighting against some of these droids coming forward. Alright, clone troopers have taken some losses during this time lapse. I think the droid snipers are the real culprits. I'm not sure if any other droid rifles or anything like that would be able to really kill clones from this distance, but the commandos are going pretty hard up here, I will say. Now, you guys might actually realize that this back platform, we did a video on a few weeks ago, but I literally just did a battle of the bridge, and I got a lot of comments on both my Discord channel and on YouTube saying, like, hey, do a full-blown battle with the rest of the map as well, and I was like, okay, that's fair. This is a pretty cool map. It's made by Rollum, who is doing so much map making for Men of War Assault Squad 2, so I figure, yeah, let's go ahead and do the full-scale thing because it is way more fun than just doing the very end, although that battle was really fun and it seemed well received. Alright, these guys over here, clone troopers have taken a few losses. I think they've killed almost all of the droids up top. The droids did not manage to get grenades down from up top, which is sad. That would have been absolutely massive for them. But the clones seem to be doing a pretty good job of keeping these droids at bay. Again, a much smaller droid force coming forward over here, so I'm actually just like impressed that they're managing to make this much progress against the clone trooper wall just in general over here. Why don't we actually go ahead and bump it up to full speed? I think we are past the lag zone for the most part, so the computer can now handle it. That was a really good rocket shot. That took out a bunch of clone troopers. Well done. Oh, we still have one more commando down here, and he dies. Incredible. Okay, how are the commandos doing over this way? They're trickling in every once in a while, and again, even if they're not getting kills, at the very least they're distracting these clones from the droids below, which is a very nice, a very good thing. MTT here doing literally nothing at all, so that is kind of a travesty right there. I'm telling you, if the clones just shot some rockets over here, the droids would be nerfed to high hell. They would be absolutely destroyed. Ooh, AAT coming forward over this way. That's a pretty big play. This could be huge. I'm actually surprised the droids even still have an AAT. Oh, they still got one over here, too. All right, here it comes. Coming through. This could be big, unless it completely flops. I mean, he's cruising. He's cruising on forward. All right. He's not shooting at all. And now he's getting hit by... What are you doing? He's not doing anything to help. He's not shooting at all. He's not even, like, distracting the clones or anything. He's just pushing. What? Why? That was so wasteful. What a disaster. Oh. There are a lot less droids over here than before. I think the clones might have gotten a few rocket shots off on them. Although this wall is very sparse at this point in terms of number of clone troopers. So they might... Oh, finally! Someone up top finally got the memo and used a grenade. Well done. Although these clones back here are shooting up top a little bit. Whoa, there's a lot of droids up on this plateau. Let's actually... I think they're glitching their way up there. Let's just pull them on down. Come on down, boys. We'll do more later as more get up there, but that's funny. B1s are like, I want to be a commando. I don't want to be on the ground forces anymore. These clones over here are still doing a great job blowing up their own trench lines there to prevent droids from using them. There's not many droids left alive here at all. They're getting spammed by a lot of clone trooper fire. It seems like this wall is going to need these droids to come through and flank in order to help out their other droids over that way. Or the droids up top, which some of these guys are migrating over this way. Just get a couple grenades down. I'm telling you, if the droids would be a little bit more keen on grenading, they could do big things during this battle, but they are choosing instead not to. Yeah, there's not a lot of droids left alive over here at all. These droids over here coming around pretty nicely. Clones could grenade these droids too from the wall, which would be pretty crazy. Clones from the bridge actually firing out a little bit. I think the clones have done a great job. They've killed a lot of droids at this point in the battle. However, I think the droids do still have enough troopers to make this happen and to potentially get themselves a victory. I don't think that this is over yet for the clones. You know, sometimes we get to points in battles where we're like, oh yeah, I mean, this is such an easy clap for the defenders. I don't think it's come to that yet. Although, clone spam fire over this way is extremely great at this wall and is preventing the droids from coming up over and killing this last clone trooper right there that's alive on the wall. A few droids responding with a little bit of fire, but not enough to actually suppress the clones beyond. How's it going over this way right now? Okay, these droids aren't really doing much. These guys have come up over the top, though, and are firing downward at those clones, actually getting a few kills on them. Thank goodness for these flanking commandos and a few B1s that glitched their way up there, because this might actually be a turning tide in the battle for the droids if they can dismantle this wall from above and bring through a few reinforcements from below, because right now over here, it is a travesty. These clone troopers are spamming fire and getting crazy kills on these battle droids over this way. It is rough right now. This is not a good thing at all. We got more droids coming up over the top here. Still plenty of droids up there. Still plenty of droids up there. In fact, these guys will unglitch them and take them off of that plateau where they can't do anything and push them down that way. We've still also got droids over here. and an AAT. Also, this Tri-Droid, I believe, is alive. No, it is not. That has been dead for a while, apparently. Never mind. These droids, they'll have an easier path forward now, as there's less clones here. Okay, I mean, things aren't completely disaster. There we go. Getting another avenue open here. That's good. Still not really killing clones over this way, but they're trying. They're trying. Why don't we time-lapse this for a minute? Alright, droids do manage to eliminate a lot of this clone blockade here. They're pushing through the wall really nicely. They kill the rest of the troops on this wall over here. Things are looking up. I was a little bit worried for the droids there for a little bit, but it seems to be going okay. They've actually killed this E-Web turret over here and a number of the clones around there. This E-Web is reloading, but still alive. Those things, they need to be eliminated because they cannot get suppressed, and it results in a lot of losses if you're not careful. This one's also still alive, and then there is not one over here. This wall has almost fully been eliminated. There's still 2 clones left alive. Droids up top here shooting at them, can't seem to get the angle, and the very limited droid force that's still alive for this assault squad is coming in too. I mean, these guys did well for what they had. Yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. The limited droids that came forward over here did do decent for the limited force they had. These guys got kind of beat up over here. They're pushing through now really nicely. Look at that. They're scattering. They're not clumping up anymore. They're attacking multiple different avenues at once. They've also got the snipers up here and a rocket droid up here too. So these guys are able to get shots out and help out too. So I would say the droid assault right now is at its prime for the right side, and it's not even doing too bad on the left side either. I really thought there was a few moments there where we were stalling out and too many droids were dying, but it seems like those moments are over. Big rocket shot taking out clones over this way. Still got a whole blockade right here. It looks like a few droids have tried to assault these guys too, but have been taken out. So this wall still manages to stand, but I'm sure a few droids will peel off and head this way too in a sweeping motion, which will be rough. All right, Clone Bridge beginning to enter into the battle for the first time here. They're getting some nice shots off. That rocket trooper getting big shot, more rockets going off. The rocket troopers could end this battle for the droids, especially with the droids being a little bit more clumped up now, but droid rocket responding right there. Both sides seem to know the value of rockets on this map and take them out in kind. Very nice. This guy, he's aiming again. Could get a pretty sweet shot here, but he's not taking it. He might be out of range now. I'm not entirely sure. This E-Web completely done and dusted. These guys still alive though, and this wall still remains with the droids just kind of chilling around it. These guys up top here are still in range. I think eventually we'll bring them down because they won't come down themselves, and they can join the fray below. But I mean, those commandos, it took them a little while to understand their assignment, it seems, but once they did, they started to be pretty effective. Clone blockade here though, still managing to get some good kills on the droids. They're keeping their front line alive. They're continuing to get kills, which is absolutely key. We love to see it. Oh, Zelda sneezed in the background. Bless you, Zelda. Everyone, bless you in the comment section below for Zelda. All right, we got actually multiple. No, the daily curse. I was gonna say multiple E-Web turrets, and that man gets sniped the life out of him. Absolutely brutal. But he might just be unconscious. You never know, because after all, clone armor is designed to absorb blaster fire and potentially not kill, but rather deflect off and just make the user unconscious. Looks like this wall has finally fallen. These clone troopers right here putting up a nice little fight against a few droids. Hopefully they can get a couple kills, but they seem to be very much so on the defensive and not in a very good way, taking some losses there. Droids charging forward over here now. Oh, nice clone rockets hitting. Droids respond with rockets of their own. It's very tit for tat with the rocket fire. Clones rocket, droids rocket, clones rocket, droids rocket. The clones can certainly still get a W here. This is going to be a very difficult assault for the droids going forward, but I will say the droids have set themselves up nicely. They've still got a lot of troopers left alive. They've got versatile weaponry. They're still in this game for sure. These rocket shots from the clones are decent, but not completely devastating to the point where the droids would just lose it all. So, not too bad in the slightest. They got a nice bit of cover there too. It's pretty good. Once these droids come forward, they'll be attacking from the left as well. Yeah, they killed all those guys, so that's pretty decent. Why don't we go ahead and drag down the last remaining of all of these folk over here. They can come down the mountain. Their job is done. Come on, come down the mountain. Come on down, boys. Yeah, their job is done. Get down the mountain. There's still a few stragglers, but whatever. So now the commandos can now enter into the fray below. I also brought down some of the dead bodies by accident, but it is what it is. All right, the front section of the bridge is dead. The back section is where we're really going to see, I think, the clones' final holdout. I think this area here could potentially still get some decent kills on the droids, but I think the back area is where we could see the droids really come into their own and manage to win this thing outright. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. More rocket fire going out, though. Pretty devastating, but not the end of the world. Wait, is there... There's no one left alive here. I think they're trying to shoot the E-Web, so I'll just delete the E-Web there. It's a weird glitch. I don't know why it happens. Clone rockets, really devastating. This guy is getting kill after kill on groups of droids with those rockets. That's really, really nice for the clones, I must say. They're doing a nice job with that. Some good skirmishing going on. Droids still managing to get kills on the clone troopers. Clones getting good kills on the droids. Why don't we time-lapse this for a little bit here? There we go. These clone troopers end up getting rolled slowly but surely. They did get a few more kills on the droids. Right now, red are dead droids, yellow dead clones. Yeah, the rest of these guys are going to go down, I think, relatively quickly. Droids just kind of surround the area. They can snipe these clones out with little to no effort. It's the back here where I think we're definitely going to see the clone troopers potentially get their victory. But yeah, these guys over here just getting dropped bit by bit. So let's wait until we can see the final stand. All right, the droids slow rolling on forward here. Again, this part is a little bit boring as they sort of eliminate the last specks of clone resistance over this way. And they've got only a few troops actually on the platform itself. They could get a whole lot more in here, but they're slow rolling it. And honestly, it's working, so I don't see a problem with it. That grenade's going to be rough. Oh! Brutal! Absolutely brutal. These two clones here could do something. Nice! I'll take it. Wunderbar! Yeah, they're taking on some droids around here pretty nicely, I will say. Nice. Alright, there we go. This is what we wanted to see. The final stand, clutching it up for the clone troopers and getting lots of kills on the droids. We need the clones to finally make this stand happen and win this thing once and for all. They've whittled down the droids bit by bit throughout the entirety of the battlefield. It all comes down to this, and I think the clones can potentially do this thing. Especially with the droids not striking them all at once. It really is just a few droids at a time, and they have horrible angles right now on the clones. I think the clones should be able to really strongly make a case for winning this battle here outright. We'll see. It is the 442nd Siege Battalion after all. They were built for sieges, baby. They were built to be under siege. They were built to build their own choke points, their walls. They were made for this. They were made for this. Alright, well, right now they're destroying the few droids that are coming forward. It's really not a lot right now. So let's continue to let this roll. Alright boys, the clones continue to clutch it up here, taking out any droid that assaults. I mean, look at this point blank action right here, just dropping droids left and right. Beautiful. They're also killing them up here. They've gotten a few kills up here, and a few droids have rounded the corner over here too. There's still a pretty decent number of droids coming forward. I will go ahead and unload the rest of the MTT troopers and the rest of this AAT as well. But then I'm not going to help the droids assault at all. I am going to let them assault as they please and, you know, offer pretty much no assistance towards them, just bringing down a few extra droids that are stuck up here. There you go. And yeah, leaving it up to the droids overall to actually like make this thing happen and potentially get the W against the clone troopers. Because, you know, I've helped the droids a little bit during this battle, just taking them off the mountain. Now I just want the clones to have the best chance they have at winning this thing, because I'd love to see them take this W in this choke point fashion after taking many losses, a long battle. I think they've got it. Right now it's fairly boring because they're just getting random assaults happening bit by bit. Nothing too crazy. Wait. Oh, there's a commando droid there. That's a good grenade. Nice. Okay, I didn't even realize droids were coming down from there. So that's sneaky right there, but ended up okay because of the clones' quick thinking and quick action right there. So not too bad. Let's let this continue to play out. Well, the clones have taken another loss here, but by and by, they're doing great. This guy's got 8 kills, this guy's got 1, this guy's got 2, this guy's got 3, this guy's got 1, this guy's got none, this guy's got none, this guy's got 1, this guy's got none, and this guy's got 5. So it's, you know, kind of a group effort. A few clones not really pulling their weight. Droid's attempting a right side attack for the most part right now, but doesn't seem to be going that great. It's really hard angles. The LAAT blocks a lot of shots. I think... Ooh! Clone does get downed right there. Okay. I think the clones are still in a really good position just overall here. Droids slowly getting whittled down in their numbers here. Red are dead droids. Yellow are dead clones. Yeah, it's still pretty rough, but they still got some forces over this way. So, yeah, we're going to let this play for a while, man. It's pretty cool. Okay, well, the clones continue to hold. They've taken another loss in this middle section, but beyond that, they're still doing just fine and managing to wipe out the droids really, really nicely. Look at that. Droid runs in, gets clobbered. Let's go! All right, we'll leave them to it, man. We will leave them to it. And there we have it. The clones do end up losing. There's really not that many droids left alive, though. The clones did a bang-up job throughout this entire battle, killing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of droids. Yellow are dead droids, red are dead clones. From start to finish, the clones were killing droids, but at the end of the day, the droids just had a powerful enough force to wipe out the clones, but it did come down to the wire, and it got very, very close. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.